Are we ready? Okay, so would you please introduce yourself?
My name is Tommy Zero, the death dealer of the Black Hand Society.
And I'm the god of destruction, Damien Castle.
All right. And wow, why you guys are so mean sounding.
It's just a facade. Behind these cute exteriors just lies rage and unbridled fury, sometimes a cheesecake.
That's
Sometimes.
weird. Sometimes a cheesecake?
Sometimes a cheesecake.
Sometimes.
Cheesecakes are really good.
Cheesecakes are not that good. Like, they're not. Wow.
Excuse me.
They're not.
What do you mean? Cheesecakes are delicious. I love cheesecakes so much.
Cheesecakes are not that good,
I'm
though.
just talking into my shoulder.
It's fine. You can be wrong. It's all right.
Wow.
Cheesecakes are not that good.
You probably like Detroit style pizza, don't you?
No, is Detroit style when they put the tomato on
It's like
top?
all crust and then toppings.
Yeah.
No, that's gross.
Okay.
Who eats
It's like a
that?
step down from
That's a
Chicago.
redeeming quality.
What's Chicago style?
It's the deep dish like a casserole, because it is a
No,
casserole.
that's
It's not
gross.
a pizza.
Why would you even
So
eat that?
thin slice, thin crust,
Yes,
New York
thin crust.
slice.
New York style is good.
You saved yourself. You saved yourself
Okay.
after the cheesecake debacle.
Cheesecake is gross,
Definitely,
though.
yeah.
Why would you eat that?
It's delicious.
Okay. Anyway,
great,
so how
though.
long have you guys been a tag team? First off, I want to know.
So as a tag team, we are 4 months in.
Yeah, we
So not very long at all.
we
No.
started teaming in July. So
Oh. So how long have you individually been wrestlers then?
I've been going on 2 years.
Okay.
2 years it's September now. So yeah, 2 years this month.
Okay.
And I've been wrestling for 15 years.
Okay.
I got started in 2009 at the ripe age of 19, and it's all I've known my entire adult life.
That's a lot of concussions, I bet.
Believe it or not, no. I've had one concussion, and
Oh.
it was baseball related before I even started wrestling. So
All right.
I've been lucky.
So you obviously both love it. I'm assuming you both
Yes.
did I grew up watching wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a little weird because of the age gap between us team wise. Because my first wrestling that I remember watching was Royal Rumble 1996,
Okay.
Goldust versus Razor Ramon for the Intercontinental title, and then he'll tell you.
My first time watching wrestling, it was at my uncle's house. We were watching WrestleMania 24, and it was the Ric Flair Shawn Michaels match that caught my eye.
I was a whole adult.
But it was the "I'm sorry, I love you" into the super kick to end Ric Flair's career. That well, I mean, with what 3 more retirement matches?
Something like
I mean,
that.
that man wrestled for a very long time. I'm actually learning about wrestling finally, like older wrestling. And no, that man wrestled much longer than he should have wrestled, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Frankly.
And didn't save your mind.
Well, I mean,
No.
all right,
He's got another one
fair
coming.
enough. Oh, really? Well, maybe he should think before he does that then. I don't know.
That's fine. He'll be back in the ring next year.
Please no. So where did you train then, since you've been wrestling
Myself?
longer? Yes.
The Chikara Wrestle Factory in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, underneath Claudio Castagnoli, who's currently a Ring of Honor superstar / AEW. He was in the WWE as Cesaro for a long time.
Oh, I know him. I like
And
him.
my other trainer was Lightning Mike Quackenbush, legendary wrestler. He was the founder of Chikara Wrestling. So yeah,
Okay.
that's where my lineage kind of starts.
All right.
And I had like local training. From,
Local.
it
What
was,
is local? Where is local?
So
Like where we're at?
So I was
now,
in
local, or-
so I started in Dothan, Alabama,
Okay.
and kind of I've now been branching off to go wrestle in Indiana, wrestle in Philadelphia, and Michigan. But started off for the first year and a half was training and wrestling in and around Dothan, Alabama.
All right. No, I've only been through
I've-
Alabama, not to Alabama.
No, don't worry about it. There's nothing to see in Alabama except
No?
sadness.
Well-
yeah, I definitely want out the moment I can get out.
So you're here, obviously, in Indiana right now. Where have you been in Michigan?
We were in Coloma.
Yeah, we were in Coloma, Michigan
Oh,
for
you were at Global,
GLWA.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember.
Uh,
I do remember. Good brain.
Yeah, it was August 24th that we were there for that show. It was
That's right.
the
We were at Shogun.
Sip of Sins. Yeah, he was in
Vendetta.
a Vendetta show, Vendetta taping match. Excuse me, that's very rude of you.
Yes, the trains are something else.
And then I faced Jaden Quick in round 1 of the Sips tournament in a kendo stick match that somehow devolved into a Lego death match.
Oh,
So yeah, that's kind of where my life always ends up. Legos are involved somewhere.
yes.
I'm
Do
a
you
parent,
like
so-
that kind of thing?
Lego death matches, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so
It's kind of become your
it's kind of my
Yes.
niche. Like I've been in 6 Lego death matches. I've won all
I'm
but 2.
Crying right now.
It's fine. So where is it? So this right here is like the last remaining scar from that Lego death match. I was all scratched up. Yeah, like so like this scratch here and like a couple others were like all from that match. And I just remember laying there in Legos impaled and just going, I'm glad I'm back. Like,
So you took a hiatus?
I did for 4 years. So backstory on that is in 2016, I injured my back at a show in Albany, New York. I went to go hit the ropes. The ropes snapped and kind of folded me up like a reverse pretzel in a way. Couldn't feel my legs for a good 2 minutes. Still finished the match like a jerk. Spent 5 hours in a hospital in Albany. And then they were like, yeah, you just possibly tore something in your back. Cool.
Oh,
But then I wrestled for 3 more years until 2019. And then I was like, wow, my back can't do that anymore. And I took a long break. I was still involved in wrestling. I was helping do online seminars, like doing little coaching classes. I was helping give ideas for gimmicks and stuff like that with other people, just to still be a part of wrestling in a way. And then July 2023, randomly was in Dothan, Alabama. There was a ring set up in a mall. And I said,
Crying.
I used to do that. I walked in there to the booker and the promoter at the time. They're like, hey, man, I used to wrestle. Can I just like hit the ropes real quick just to see if I still can? I was like, yeah, sure, go for it. Took off my shoes because obviously I didn't have wrestling shoes and boots at the time. I was just wearing my Converses. And I hit the ropes a couple times. I was like, all right, thank you guys. And he was like, hey, wait, hold up. You want to get booked? And I'm like, what? I turned to my partner at the time and I go, do I want to wrestle again? And she goes, I guess. I mean, sure, fine, whatever. So bought myself a new pair of wrestling shoes, bought myself kick pads, knee pads. I'm just like, I guess I'm doing this again. And I've wrestled almost every week since July 2023 to this day. So like, it's nice to be back, you know, because I wouldn't have met this jerk.
How did you guys get hooked up then?
So
He beat my ass from pillar to post.
Wait, what?
He beat my ass from pillar to post.
Okay, okay. No, I need to.
Okay,
You need to
yeah.
tell me.
So, coming into the promotion that we were both working at,
Okay.
I came in the same night of their Lego death match, and a couple of weeks after, had a couple of interactions, had a match booked, and from there, everything just kind of it like clicked, and you know, backstage and you know outside of the show where we were mortal enemies, formed a bond to the point of us talking about potentially creating a tag team, and
Okay.
then middle of May, we were kind of putting the start to that in the works, and then
At that promotion, yeah.
yeah, but
Business was not businessing
Yeah.
there.
no, it in the short story, we weren't getting anything that we were really promised from the start that we had been getting, and it
As happens sometimes,
and
yes.
but it turned into
It was more of the sneaky way that we're going about
Yeah.
things rather than just
it
being
turned
straight up.
it turned into a guy surrounding himself by people that would do whatever he said, and that's the only guys that he would really
Yeah, just a bunch of yes men.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was just going to say yes men then.
And we weren't those.
know. But
Yeah, you don't strike me as.
No, I like wrestling. Like wrestling, I love wrestling. Wrestling is something that saved my life. Wrestling is something that is very much my special interest. I have studied wrestling from 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, multiple promotions. Like I jokingly call myself a walking encyclopedia when it comes to wrestling, because that's how much I study every aspect of it, whether it be the wrestling, the promoting side, the entertainment and production value side. Wrestling is a story, and it's meant to be told as such because
Yes.
anybody can wrestle. Wrestling is for anyone, but not everybody can be a wrestler.
Agreed.
So, like, for example, my biggest thing is I'm not selling wrestling. I'm selling an experience. Because I can sit there and I can do 3 drop kicks. I can do 2 elbow drops. Nobody's going to remember that unless I made a connection,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
100% agree.
You know, I don't sell wrestling. I can wrestle. I know I can wrestle. I want you to remember me for other things, you know? That's the way I've always seen wrestling as.
And that's what I enjoy, like, as a consumer, I
Mhm.
guess, because I didn't grow up watching wrestling. I didn't get into
A
wrestling
little late
until
bloomer, you know?
5 years ago, and I go for the people. I go for the spectacle. This is
It's-
theater
Exactly.
to me.
It's-
Yes.
one of the best ways that I've described it is theatrical violence.
Yes.
It is as if you were going to watch a play, but the actors in the play started throwing lariats at each other.
It's like their own stunt doubles.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, yeah, we are stuntmen, yes, but we're also athletes.
Yes.
You know, but it's a matter of making them merge so that it gives the immersive experience of being a part of the show.
Yeah.
And that's all anybody should ever really want to do.
I
is
want to
feel
feel
part
like
of the
an
show.
extra in the
Exactly.
play, in the movie that I'm watching.
Yeah, so like-
I want to feel like an extra.
Right.
I want to feel like I'm just the tiniest bit a part. And if you can't entertain me,
Mhm.
if I don't feel like the tiniest bit apart, if I can't get lost in what I'm watching, I don't effing care. You have lost me already. We are done. I don't give an SHIT. What we're doing up there, you can do 50 backflips.
Exactly.
We're done. Because again, I don't have this vested interest in it. I'm not a fan. Like we
You're a
You-
consumer.
yes,
We are
and
the
you have to
product.
win me.
Exactly. We're
Like-
the product to be sold.
Yes, and you have to sell me.
Mhm.
And people, I think because I scream and I yell and I'm like, I
You're just so
fangirl.
into yeah.
No, but I'm real. If you really watch me, I only do that for people who
Who grasp the attention.
produce.
Yeah.
Who produce for me.
And that's all we want to do. Like so the Black Hand Society is, you know, obviously on the surface, big bad boogeymen.
They are.
You know, but there's so
Masks
many.
are very scary, by the way.
I'm so sorry. I have more in my bag. I have like 6 masks in my bag. But like, there's so much substance and nuance behind everything. Like the Tommy Zero character itself has so much lore over 15 years because it's just been a constant evolution of the character to the point it is now. And like,
I like that.
I was talking with Castle about what if we like printed these propaganda sheets, right? Like not so much D&D character sheets, but like a newsletter almost in a way that gave backstory. And like every month there could be like a new part of the newsletter or something so that you can complete the entire story of the characters.
I would like that.
Right?
I like,
It's
but
something
I
so
love that
niche.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's something so niche, but like you have it because we're this is a movie and we're characters.
And we want promo stuff. Like I like
Exactly.
that kind of stuff. Like vignettes. I love vignettes.
Yeah, we were talking about the vignettes in the original message setting this up about how much you guys enjoyed it. I'm like, I miss the world.
Yes.
What grabbed me, I'm like, I don't know nothing about these
No.
guys, but I want to find out more because it's very similar but different from one of my favorite guys, Caesar Asher.
Yeah.
He does incredible work.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. We want to provide cinematic experiences to our characters
Yeah.
because
His thing is-
wrestling only goes but so far. That's why I don't want to sell wrestling. I want to sell you
It's
this
the
experience.
Yes,
And
that's
there-
what
and
it
there's-
is.
and
And
there's
you
so
guys
many
do
takes.
that.
There's so many takes and retakes
I
and,
bet there
and
is.
effort
Oh my
put
God.
into making it be what it becomes.
But you
And
can tell, like,
Mhm.
it's so, like, for me, as a consumer, like, for me, it's so worth it because I get, like I'm like, yes, do it.
if I
do it.
can immerse you into what I'm doing,
Mhm.
then I've done my job.
Well, you did your job. You did your job.
Definitely
'cause,
appreciate
like,
that. Thank you.
Thank
No,
you.
I get like, I do. I get like, it's like a little TV show. It's
Yeah.
it gets me
Mhm.
psyched up. Like,
And that's why, like, on the Tommy Zero page, at
For the
least for me
movie.
personally, like, I'll post random vignettes of like, I'll use some stock footage, I'll use stuff that I've shot myself, and I'll combine it together. Like recently, I'm on this big Hades Town kick because I will listen to the soundtrack all day and night. I'm a big theater kid, so
no, I would never watch this.
no idea. So I have taken one of my personas of Tommy Zero, the Dead Rabbit, which is the Scarecrow bunny mask.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
kind
not
of
creepy at all.
being Hades Town inspired, using a lot of black and white and red in the visual art of it. And yeah, I really have been enjoying doing that because it lets me add little bits and pieces in between the wrestling shows to build on the character more and more and more. Because if it's on the internet, I can put it together into a whole series or something. You know what I mean? Like if it's something that I can present in a video style package and I don't have to physically wrestle, I've done my job. You know, that's at least the way I picture it from a film standpoint. But that's just me.
So I have to ask the masks why. I'm just curious.
I
I don't
mean-
understand people who wear masks. But I don't know. It
So
would bother me. So
for us, it's usually just entrance. You know,
Mostly
it's-
for the presentation.
yeah,
of
mainly for the presentation
Okay.
because
what we're
just
trying
for
to portray.
effect.
right because
Okay.
if somebody immediately sees these characters in these masks, it catches your attention. You
It
can't
does.
you can't
It
help
does.
not notice. You know.
Mhm.
And it is very effective to, especially those masks are very effective to convey a certain message.
Mhm.
I will say that it's very effective. Creep.
What?
Creepy.
Big bad boogeyman.
I mean-
Woo!
It is. It is. It's fine. So your heels then?
Typically.
Yeah.
When is this going up?
I don't-
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I was.
That's the heel team because that's what.
Well, that's why I
does.
was. That's why I was.
Yeah, so
questioning.
typically
That's why
we
I was
are.
questioning,
That's why I was like,
because it's confusing
when
to
does this go up?
No, it'll go up whenever he puts it up. I was just questioning because it
Yeah.
seems to me like
It's a built-in heel team.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
then I was questioning because it seems to me like it's not though because ABZ's always a heel because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
there's very much so intricacies to the characters. There's ways to tweak everything
Okay.
to make it be either or.
Yeah.
Like we are essentially offering for you to follow us, be a part of us,
This
be,
bigger movement.
Okay.
save yourself by allowing us to save you. Like let it
ugly
be,
ABZ,
yeah,
yeah.
let it be pretty much. It's it is the small details that, again, if they go into the propaganda
Yeah.
things, that it'll be a lot better to understand those intricacies, which, again, the whole saving people thing, it can be viewed as a good thing, it can be viewed as a bad
A
thing.
cult thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what it reminds. You keep saying propaganda, and it keeps reminding me of Propos from, because I'm a Hunger Games freak.
Oh, yes.
But that's what it reminds me of. But that's what you put out is Propos. You put out.
Mhm.
hmm And that's it. Like, it's not a cult.
But it seemed kind of actually now that you've said that. Now that you've said that,
It's not a cult.
it seems.
But if you happen to drink the Kool-Aid,
it kind of seems. Maybe.
but yeah, it's all about just how we make those little tweaks. Like, obviously, with ABZ being such a big bad, we are going to be the good guys in a situation, maybe, if you see so fit.
Well, then I'll cheer for you.
But that helps, that because the story that we want to be able to tell tonight is, not everything is as it seems, because you would see us and expect us to be bad.
That's very true. And you would see them and expect them to be good.
Right. But it's the duality of man, that no one true man is ever truly good nor evil.
That's true.
It's always a gray area. Nothing is ever
I'm
what
a
it
believer
seems.
in gray. There is no white or black, because there is none.
Little details. Nothing is trivial, whether it be a hand gesture or something with somebody's face or something, the way somebody writes something. It's all a part of some purpose in a bigger plan, in a bigger story, It's just, you have to pay attention to the details if they matter to you. And that's what we try to convey.
And are you guys big planners before a match, or are you guys more on the fly, or a combo of both? Or does it depend?
It's honestly a combo of both, but it definitely does depend.
Yeah.
There's very, very intricate spots. They kind of have to be
in a certain way, yeah.
What do you prefer, you personally? Like, do you prefer on the fly, or would you, like, given a choice, like if you had a choice, would you prefer on the fly, or would you prefer, no, we're going to plan this whole mother trucker out, like whole thing?
I mean,
Planning a whole thing out, though, that's a lot to retain.
Yeah. Given the choice, I would say on the fly.
Okay.
Because
You too?
For me, I like to have 3 key points. I want to have a solid, from this point to this point, something big in the middle, and a actual like finish to the match planned. Anything else in between there is just stuff that could be worked in between. That's where we create our violent art,
But it's also a lot of playing off of how the crowd is reacting and what they want to see, what they're calling for.
You actually pay attention.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
You should.
You should.
Yeah, but you should. But people do not always.
Exactly. Like,
The Indiana crowd is different than the Michigan crowd.
Yeah, so like,
Oh yeah, it is.
this
Michigan
promotion
crowd.
that we work for in Florida,
Yeah.
the first show we were there, awful experience with the crowd. Second show we were there, no, they reacted, just not
Not
great, not in a humane way.
really.
Yeah, it was. They were kind of disgusting and things that they were saying and spewing. So
That's
the second time we went there, a lot better crowd, great experience,
Okay.
no problem whatsoever. This past show where I won the company's heavyweight title, it was kind of like it was the first show part 2.
That's poopy.
So yeah. Oh, but we got the biggest laugh in the end because, as I said, I ended up winning the heavyweight title. I turned right to them. I go, ha. Because, like I said, I try not to let too much of that affect me, but I hear everything in the ring, even when I'm playing a character. So when I have that moment to finally break the character, I'm like, ha, loser.
I've heard like people say like rotten, awful, mean things, and sometimes I wonder how much y'all hear up there.
I hear everything.
Yeah.
All the sounds going towards that.
I don't know. It's never really occurred to me to ask before, I guess.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot when you're hearing multiple different things from multiple directions.
And you
Okay.
can't pinpoint anything.
But when you do pinpoint a section that's being particularly active,
unfavorable.
yeah, then they're the easy targets.
Okay.
They're being vocal, and
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's really, really bad. Sometimes it breaks your spirit a little bit.
I mean, I know I am loud and I'm easy to
To recognize, yeah.
right, but I try not to be like,
You're.
Yeah, if she's quiet, you're doing something wrong.
yeah, no, if I'm,
It
yeah.
sounds like we're wrestling in Japan and everybody's on their hands.
Yeah, no.
We messed
But I'm
up.
also not the kind of like, if a heel doesn't really want to engage with me, because I'm fast,
You'll
like
go-
just as
yeah,
fast as you're getting at me, and you're gonna get it. Just there is no like, I'm not gonna hold back. We're gonna
Yeah.
pretend like I'm working at a party store right now, my brother in Christ. And you're gonna wish you didn't.
Well, see,
But
that's the good kind of interaction, though. Like I as a,
forget.
and that's fine, because after the show we can be chill and we can talk
Oh yeah,
about
I
it.
totally
You know,
don't mean it. It's just
right?
in
It's in the character moment.
yeah.
But like these people in Florida, they
it's just because
it's just on site. It's just
But they're
on
so
site.
miserable though.
Yeah,
You
I
would
know,
be
they live in
miserable if you lived
Florida.
in that state too.
I do.
No, well then are you miserable when you
Yes, I
See
just
that?
had a hurricane.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. It's because I don't watch I literally have not watched the news in like 5 years. I'm not even kidding.
You know, you're probably better off
I
for
am.
that.
I'm much happier. I'm not miserable.
Oh,
And I
man.
don't live in Florida.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I messed
don't
up.
live in Florida. Do
I
you live
messed
in
up real
Florida? You
bad.
live in Alabama, right?
That's even worse. It's
Yeah.
We
even
didn't have a
worse.
hurricane. They're just sad. They're not miserable.
Yeah, it's arguably worse though.
You think so?
I take the hurricane.
Yeah.
You take the hurricane over
you?
the entire state of
That's
Alabama.
really bad.
I respect that.
I'm so sorry.
It's understandable and I respect it.
You can move to Michigan.
I mean, Michigan does have very relaxed, eat your vegetables, kids. Very relaxed laws that I like.
Yeah, me too.
Go right across the border here.
Yep.
Countless stores.
Yep.
I like those laws. too.
Papa Tommy might have went this morning. Eat your vegetables. Follow me, but don't follow after me. So the more you know, like PSA, reading Rainbow thing, I don't know.
So where are you? I mean, we're at RCW right now, so obviously you're going to be here. Where are you being next?
Next weekend we are in Mishawaka for Pro Wrestling King.
Oh, all right.
I think it's Halloween Mania, I believe is the name of the
I
show.
believe so.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Then
October, right?
For you?
October 12th, I will be at Elijah Burke's Love Alive charity show, Revelation.
In Jacksonville, right? Jacksonville,
It's in
Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida. If you can, please donate to the Love Alive charity. It is a great cause.
What's it for?
To help impoverished youths in Duval County in Jacksonville, Florida, to just have a better start.
No, that's
you know?
nice. I like that. That's a
Yeah.
nice thing.
Elijah Burke is a
Nice
former
thing.
WWE and TNA superstar.
Oh, okay.
and-
I listened to a podcast about him. Yes,
Yeah.
no, he's a nice guy.
He's a sweetheart.
He is such a
Yeah.
nice
I
guy.
love,
He's
I
great.
love him.
Wrestling with heart.
Yes.
Yeah, Pope
He
is a great
very
dude.
nice guy.
But yeah, that's his charity that he started a couple years ago.
I thought that name sounded familiar.
Yeah, he's a great dude. And then October 19th
Yes, we'll be in
in
APW.
Milton, Florida,
in
APW. I defend the APW Heavyweight Championship in a rematch against Jake Capone. I'll beat you again. I beat you once, I'll beat you again. You're no kaiju, and I'm the king. Anyway,
That's what they said.
and then on your personal life, you got other stuff too.
Yeah,
But
currently I have my first child due on November 7th.
Oh, that's so exciting! Sorry, that was
no.
really high pitched. I really love children are the best people in the whole world. Congratulations!
Thank
oh,
you.
that's so happy. I want to cry. Oh,
I
do you know what
can't.
you're having?
I can't
Uh,
wait.
It
it's-
doesn't matter. They're
it's-
freaking wonderful.
It's a girl. We're naming
Oh, that's so wonderful.
we're naming her Eden.
I can't wait to hold my little niece and just pop up
Oh.
European uppercut.
You do not.
Please don't.
No,
No, thank you. No.
my
thank-
daughter turned out fine.
No, your daughter turned out.
You're right.
Wow.
Just there. She just exists.
That's so. Congratulations. That's so
Thank you.
wonderful. Oh my God. No, children are the best. I would childcare pay the living wage because I'd be doing it.
Absolutely.
No, that's so wonderful. So I'm assuming you're going to be taking a little break from wrestling.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a small break,
Okay.
but
Yeah, because I
definitely-
think towards the end of the year we only have a handful of shows after
I mean,
that.
it's
So
winter time. You probably travel.
Yeah.
Because you guys are down in the south area.
Yeah, but I think honestly, I think the rest of our end of the year dates are up here.
yeah.
So
You guys should try to come to Shogun next year.
what is? I'm not
It is-
familiar with
okay.
Shogun.
So just let me extrapolate. Shogun is the best wrestling promotion in Michigan,
Okay.
and quite frankly, in my opinion, Indiana,
Okay.
even though it's in Michigan.
Yeah. It's the Michiana area,
yes.
whatever they call it. Yeah.
It's in West Branch, Michigan.
Okay.
They'll take your resume, just send them an entire match.
Okay.
Just send them a link. He will DM you the
Who's
link.
friends with that?
Sounds good.
Oh, you're friends with Ben.
Ben.
Then,
Osier. Osier? I'll show you when we're done.
Okay.
And
So
then
I
you
don't
can just
know.
you
I
can
have my phone.
they want the whole match because it's like applying
You
for
can
a
see
job.
everything. Yeah.
They are a wonderful promotion.
Okay.
Wonderful. They treat their wrestlers so very good.
And that's what I love. That's
And
what I
they
need.
believe in the whole. Yeah. No, you don't set up.
Oh.
Their building they're in,
Yeah.
they have a store, Japanese inspired stuff, but just beyond that, it's the wrestling ring.
But they believe in the whole. They
Oh.
believe in the whole story.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Of the whole flow of the
Yes.
match, and that's
yes.
I love
can tell you
that.
more after the camera's done.
Yeah,
about how they
absolutely.
run things.
Yes,
I
but-
don't know, like,
But
they
yeah.
want that on the
And
internet.
basically, I just want you more in Michigan so I can tell you more. That's all. 'Cause we don't. We
It's,
don't come.
it's a little selfish, but I think we
No,
could.
it's a lot selfish, but at least I admit it. I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
being,
better
like,
than most.
all coy. Like I am not demure.
very, very feral. Very,
Yes, I am very feral. I am not demure or whatever the other word is. I'm not either of those. Very feral, very neurodivergent.
for sure. That is you and me both.
But yes, so yes, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Whew. Thank you very much for sitting with me.
Of course, pleasure is
And,
ours.
you guys have social media, yes?
Uh,
You want
yes.
to plug your social media before?
On all platforms, it is God Damien Castle. The O in God is a 0. That's on
TikTok?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, or X.
It's Twitter.
It's Twitter. It's okay to dead name
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah, that's the only thing it's okay to do.
Yeah, that's it.
and YouTube. So
They said it right.
Yeah.
um,
And then I'm on Facebook under facebook.com/trust0 with the O being A0. Also on Facebook, if you look up the Black Hand Society, it's the one with the little hand logo there. Follow us.
It's not. Is it that hand?
It might be
Is
that
it a
hand.
real hand or is it a drawn hand? 'Cause
Oh.
you said a hand logo like that, and my little ass would be like, I would be looking
Look for an
a
actual hand.
like that.
No, it's
So I
a
wanna
drawn.
clarify.
Yeah, it's a drawn
Okay.
hand. Actually, I think at the current moment it's 2 skulls that it say Black Hand Society. I think that's the
Okay.
profile picture we have on there.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well, you know about
yeah.
2 of them now, so.
And also, just want to throw this out there. If you go on Facebook.com, that was my knee cracking. If you go on Facebook.com/trust0, there's a link to our store where you should also get some merch.
We support our
Now.
wrestlers. Remember.
Buy the merch.
Buy the merch. Follow us. I'm gonna sit back over there. I'm gonna try and make my knees not crack. I'm
Yes.
old. Okay. Ugh! I'm tired of standing, Grandpa.
You stand and you like it.
Aw.
Sorry, I had to kind of work.
Oh
with
no,
that.
we're here.
Oh.
We're here. Well, yeah, we are the Black Hand Society, and thank you for having
You're
us.
very welcome. Thank you for being here.
So we're gonna do this again every time we're in Michigan.
Yes. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
I was trying to find a date, but I forgot.
I don't have my
actually have a
watch. I
watch.
left it at
Yeah,
home.
where's that watch at?
It's
Oh man, he's a